Have you ever wondered why does the entire world trade in US dollars? Even the nations that doesn't get along with US? It wasn't an accident. It was all started around 80 years ago. Let's unpack these events in a simple points. In 1944, World War II was ending and the US ended up holding most of the world's physical gold. Since they are holding the gold, 44 nations got together and agreed on a new rule. Every country's money would be tied to the US dollars and the US dollars will be directly tied to the physical gold. But by 1971, US had a problem. They were printing massive amount of money to pay up things like Vietnam War. Other countries realized that US actually don't have enough gold in their wallet to back up all those dollar bills. So they started cashing out their dollars, demanding physical gold in return. Because the US was rapidly running out of gold, President at that time, Richard Nixon, made a decision. He cut off all ties between US dollars and the gold. The global economy should have collapsed at that time, but it didn't. Because the world was already locked into using the dollar for global trade. Then in 1974, US quietly made a crucial deal with Saudi Arabia. America would provide protection, and in return, Saudi Arabia will only sell their oil in US dollars. Since every country on the earth needs oil, this deal forced them to keep US dollars in their bank just to keep things going. Today is just pure convenience. US is one of the largest consumer in the world and the American dollars are constantly flooding into most of the world's economies. Since all nations have US dollars in their reserves, instead of dealing with complex global exchange rates, both nations will agree on US dollars for most of their global trade deals. That's how dollar became the default language of global money and now it's too much complicated for the rest of the world to change it. Thank you for listening.